Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you'll need a resistance tube, which you should check by running your fingers along it like this. See if there's any nicks or wearing. Once you've done that, place it on the floor out of the way. You'll also need a sturdy armless chair and for water for hydration. Let's get warmed up. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. You can stand behind your chair for light touch if you need it, or you can just have your chair off to the side. Big deep breath in, open the chest. Exhale, hands come down. Do that again, inhale, open. Exhale, 2 more, inhale, open. Exhale, down. Now reach across, side to side. Shift your weight, thumb points up, shoulders are down and back. Rotate through your upper back and pull your opposite elbow back. Reach for your knees. Now shift your weight side to side. Sit back through your hips, hinging. Keep your chest facing forward, but you're hinging forward slightly at the hips. Spine is long. Give me 4 more. 2 and 1. Hold to the right. Now, sit down and come up. Stretching the left inner thigh as you come down. Both hands on the right thigh and then hand on your hip. 1 more. Rotate around to the side and press your left heel to the floor to stretch your calf. Feeling that stretch. Now you may want to hold onto your chair here. This is a little bit challenging for balance. Lift your chest up, lift the heel up, bend down, and scoop the tailbone towards the floor. Now bend your elbows and press the heel. Lift the heel and bend the knee, and then press the heel to the floor. Keep all 10 of your toes facing forward. 1 more. Open to the front, opening your knees to the side, toes turned out, heels turning. Squat down, press your knees back. Now drop your right shoulder down and look up over your left. Other side. Let's do that again. Press the right knee back as you drop the right shoulder down. Other side. Come to the center, press your knees back. Toes forward, squat, lift up and roll your shoulders right around. Now shift side to side. Reaching for the insides of your knees. A little bit of rotation through your upper back. Chest is open. Hold to the left. Sit back and lift up. Sit back and lift up. 2 more. Feeling that easy stretch down the inner thigh. Now lift up and rotate round and press your right heel to the floor. Keep all 10 of your toes facing forward. Lift that right heel up, bend both knees, and flex at the elbows. Press your heel to the floor and bend both knees. Heel to floor, bend both knees. Bend both of your knees. Heel to floor and bend your knees. Open to the front. Toes turned out, heels turned in. Little stretch for your inner thighs. Drop your left shoulder down, look up over the right. Press the left knee back. Other side. Do it again. Last one. Toes go straight ahead. Squat and lift up and roll your shoulders. And let's get started. We're going to do each move for 50 seconds. There's going to be 6 moves before we take a break. And there's 3 different series. Bend both knees to pick up your tube. And again, feel free to use your chair as much as you need to help you balance. Anchor the tube underneath your right foot. You can either pull up to the hips to make it a little bit easier, or pull all the way up to your shoulders for a greater challenge. Stand with your feet, shoulder distance and toes straight ahead. Sit back and squat and step in. Squat down and step in. So if you're standing behind your chair, just give yourself enough space to hinge forward to the hips with your torso. Sit back through your hips. Lift up tall. Sit back. You're almost there. Another 15 seconds. Take a break if you need to. Keep going if you can. You're going to be feeling your right leg. Last one. Bring the tube down. Step your left leg forward and stagger your right leg back. Pull your left hand onto your left hip. Bring the right hand so the thumb points away from your thigh. Chest lifted. Scoop. Under and up. Slight bend of the left knee. As you scoop under, like the hands of a clock, bring the hand across the body. Doesn't it feel great? You're strengthening your chest, the front of your shoulder, and the front of your arm, your biceps. Now this is a really fun program. I think you're going to really like this class. We do a lower body exercise, we do an upper body exercise, and then we combine them. So we're getting triple strength. 3 times stronger. I like that. So triple strength. One more. Now let's put it together. Now when we put it together, it's a little more complex. Hands up to the shoulders or hands on the hips for less challenge. You're going to squat, come up, step forward, scoop, and leave the hips at the hands at the hips or bring them up. Scoop and up. Squat, lift up, scoop, and come up. Squat, scoop, hands up. You can keep your hands at your hips if you prefer. Let me show it to you. Here, and then you keep your hands at the hips and you squat. That makes it easier. Hands across the body or hands up as you squat. Here's the last one. Take the tube out from underneath your right foot and anchor it underneath your left foot. Let's do everything on the other side before we take a break. Hands at the hips or hands at the shoulder for more challenge. Feet close, hip distance apart or shoulder distance apart. Let's squat down. Squat and step in. Now feel free to keep your hands at your hips. That's going to be fine. Sit into it. Keep your chest forward and your shoulders down and back. Keep a little bit more weight in your left leg. When you squat, both knees bend and you transfer your weight to both legs and then you push into your left leg to come up. So your left leg's doing a little bit more work than the right. Squat and come up. One more. Hands come down. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. Step your right leg forward and left leg back. Chest scoop. You ready? Little finger at the thigh. Scoop under and up. Rock a little bit your weight onto your front leg, your right leg. Scoop across the body. Doesn't it feel great? I love this move. It just feels good. It feels empowering. You know how some movements make you just feel strong? Well, this is one of them for me. A lot of movements we're doing today are my favorites. This is one of them for strengthening the chest. And I love combining the movements with the side squat and the chest press together. Scoop under and up. Keep your shoulder down and back and your chest proud. Let's do one more. Good. Now bring your feet hip distance apart, side squat, and chest press together. You can keep your hands at the hips, or you can bring them up. Side squat, step in, step forward, scoop, and you can keep the hands at the hips like this, and scoop, or you can bring the hands up to the chest through the shoulders, scoop, and come up to the shoulders, or keep your hands at the hips. You want to make it a little bit easier, hands at the hips, we'll do that for you. Hands up, squat, and lift up. Step forward and scoop across. Sit back, step forward and scoop. Sit back into your squat. This is your last one. Scoop. Very good. Okay. Step off the tube. Take a little break. We're going to start into our next series of movement. You've got time for a quick sip of water. You may want to use the chair for this one because we're going to do a rear diagonal lunge. But feel free to go without the chair. Anchor the tube underneath your left foot. Bring the hands, the handles into your right hand at your right hip. Lunge diagonally back and step in. Leave your left leg at 12 o'clock. Your right leg steps diagonally back to 4 o'clock. So left leg stays at 12, step diagonally back to 4. Bend your right leg. So bend the hip, bend the knee. Sit back. Come up tall. Keep your left leg basically straight. So that left leg is staying basically straight. Doesn't bend much. You're bending the right leg. Push off. Let's do one more. Now step back to where you were and flip-flop your resistance band so that it's short on the left and long on the right. We're going to do a sword draw. Sword draws work your shoulder. Hand comes up. Pull back and come forward. Back. Now this is going to get complex when we put it together. Now you want to make this a little bit more challenging. Rock your weight forward and back. As you pull back, lead back with your thumb. Thumb points back like you're hitching a ride. So hitch a ride. Little rocking motion. Feeling your shoulder. 2 more. 1 more. Very good. Now step in. Keep the tubing exactly as it is. We're going to combine it. We're going to do that rear diagonal lunge with the sword draw. Very challenging. Bring your hand in front. Lunge. Pull. Hand comes forward and step in. Lunge. Thumb goes back. Palm comes forward and step in. Lunge. Pull. Forward and forward. Lunge, pull back, hand comes forward, leg comes forward. Ooh, big challenge here. Yes, it is. But there's only one way to get stronger, and that's to challenge your muscles. Big step back, pull back. Bring the hand forward and step forward. One more time. Back, sword draw. hand comes forward and step in. Woo, we're done with that. Let's do the other side. So just the rear diagonal lunge. Take a little step to your right so you've got space. Bring both handles up to your left hip, right hand on the thigh, chest lifted. Rear diagonal lunge to 8 o'clock and step in. Keep your right leg at 12 o'clock. The foot doesn't pivot. Your right leg stays straight and you bend the hip and knee of your left leg. This is a complicated movement because you're moving and opening the hips, but that's the beauty of this exercise. You're opening the hips as you step diagonally back. Open the hips. Step diagonally back. Last one. Okay, sword draw. Here we go. Start of the tubing so it's long on the left and short on the right. Step diagonally back with your left foot. Bring your hand forward. Pull back and forward. Now pull back and rock your weight back and forwards. Back. Lead back with your thumb, like you're hitching a ride. So hitch a ride. This is a challenging exercise because it works a lot of the back of the shoulder, and that is where we tend to be weak. So it's very good for strengthening the top of your shoulder and the back of your shoulder. Lead with your thumb. Do one more. Very good. Now step in. Recombine it. Rear diagonal lunge and sword draw combined. Roll your shoulder back a couple of times. Chest lifted. Feet close together. Here we go. Lunge. Sword draw. Hand comes forward and step in. Lunge. Sword draw. Hand comes forward and step in. I need a little bit more tension. Lunge. Sword draw. Hand comes forward and step in. Lunge back to 8 o'clock. Bring the hand and step in. Lunge. Sword draw. Hand and step in. This is a big challenge. One more. Lunge, sword draw, hand, and step in. And we are done with that. We've got one more series of movement. Grab a quick sip of water if you're thirsty. Loosen up your hands, shake them out. And let's anchor the tubing underneath your left foot for side lunge. Now feel free to stand behind your chair. You can either anchor the tubing at both hips or for more challenge at the right hip with both handles. Side lunge and step in. Keep all 10 of your toes facing forward. Keep your body facing forward. Keep your left leg straight and bend your right knee. Shift your weight onto your right leg. Pull up onto your right hip with both handles. Left hand is on the upper thigh to give your back a little support as you hinge forward. 10 more seconds. Big step out and step in. Last one. Very good. Now we're going to work your upper back muscles. Give your hand a little break, shake it out. You can either separate the handles to make it easier or bring both handles into your right hand. Step your right leg back. We're going to row. Pull back and release. Now, these are strong muscles in the body, so we have to challenge them. Feel free to separate the handles. That makes it easier, but if you can, join with me here. If this is too fast for you, slow down. You'll get less reps, but you'll get the same amount of tension on the tubing, on the muscle. Pull back through your elbow, press down through your shoulder, finish with your little finger right up next to the side of your ribs. Pull back, proud chest, one more. Now we combine it. Side lunge, just shake out your hand, and row together. Chest lifted, knees soft. Here we go. Side lunge, row, and step in. There we go. Keep all 10 of your toes facing forward. Body is square to the front. You drive your elbow back. Left hand is on the thigh to give you some support to your back as you hinge forward a little by sitting the hips back. Oh, feels good. You'll be pleased to know we're going to sit a little bit in your chair for our cool down. So hang in there. We've got to finish this move. We've got everything on the other side and then you're done. No matter how tired you feel in the workout, you'll always feel better when you're done because you got it done. Last one. Let's anchor the tube underneath the right foot. You can either separate the handles, take a step to your right, pull up to your left hip, right hand on the thigh. Side lunge and step in. Keep your body facing forward. Keep all 10 toes facing forward, so your feet are parallel. Keep your right leg straight and bend your left knee and hip. Hinge forward. Your right hand is on the thigh to give you some support. Pull up on the tube on your left hip with your left hand. 15 more seconds, you're almost there. So close. Big step out and step in. Strength work is so good for your body. It keeps you young. You got one more rep. Now step your left leg back. Give your left hand a little break. Bring the handles either into both hands or for more challenge into your left hand. Row back and forward. Now your right knee is slightly bent. Your left leg is basically straight. You're pulling back through your elbow. Keep your chest lifted. Shoulders press down your back. Proud chest. Elbow pulls back. Brace your abdominals. 20 more seconds. Oh, you've got this. Come on. Stay with me if you can. Take a break if you need to. It's all good. Do as much as you can. Each time you train, you're going to get a little stronger. That's how it works. One more rep. Good. Step in and give your left hand a little shake out. We combine it. It's our last move, and then we're done. We'll cool down. Stand with your feet close together. Chest lifted. Lunge to the left. Lunge, row, and step in. Do it again. Row. These two movements feel so powerful to me. I love side lunges. They open up your hips. Like the rear diagonal lunge opens up the hips, but in a slightly different way. It opens up the inner thighs. Pull back through your elbow. Hinge forward slightly at the hip. Your right hand is on the thigh to give your back some support. Pull back. 10 more seconds. Do one more rep. And release. Take the tube out from underneath your foot, put it on the floor out of the way, and roll your hands around. And let's just stretch out your hands a little. Your hands were working hard to grip. Press away. Bring the hands in and roll them around. Shake them out. Come up beside your chair. I just moved my chair over a little bit. Shift your weight onto your left leg and pick up the right foot. Slide your hand down your shin and hold onto the shin or the ankle or the foot if you're a little more flexible, and bring it behind you. Using your chair for balance, stretching the front of your thigh. Roll your shoulder back and keep your chest lifted. Step your right leg back, flex your left ankle and sit back and stretch out your hamstring, the back of your thigh, and your calf. And come up. Let's go to the other side. I'm going to just move my chair across, and you can just move to the other side of your chair. Stand on your right leg, pick up your left foot and hold onto the shin or the ankle or the foot if you're more flexible. Keeping the knees close together, pull the foot up behind you. Roll your shoulder back and stand tall. Feel that stretch up the front of your thigh. Feels good, doesn't it? Step back and flex your ankle and sit back, stretching out the hamstring and the calf of your front leg. And come forward. And let's take a seat in your chair. Sit on the front third of your chair. Rotate to the left so that you're sitting on the left side of your bottom and the right side of your hip is off. Step the right leg back. Now you're going to feel a stretch in the front of your hip. Place your hand on the bottom of the chair and reach your right hand up and lean back. And feel that stretch opening the front of your hip. And release. Let's go to the other side. Rotate round, resting on the right side of your bottom. Step your left leg back, drop the knee, lift your chest, hand on the bottom of the chair, take your left hand and reach up. And lean away. And come back to the front. Sit facing forward on the front third of your chair. Roll your shoulders back 2 times. Now tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. Circle, release the left hand down and circle your left shoulder around as you keep your right ear tilted towards your right shoulder. Circle that left shoulder around and lift up. Tilt your left ear over to your left shoulder. Release the right hand down and circle your right shoulder around. Keep your head tilted to the side. You're just stretching the side of your neck. Lift up. Roll both shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Pull your right elbow down. Reach up left. Both hands up and both hands down. Inhale up. Pull your left elbow down. Reach up right. Both hands up and lower it down. Let's repeat that one more time. Inhale up. Pull your right elbow down. Reach up left. Stretching the side of your body and come down. Both hands up. Pull your left elbow down. Reach up right and both hands down. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Inhale and open your chest. Exhale and lower it down. Bring your hands onto the back of the chair. Press forward through your chest and feel that stretch in the front of your shoulders. We work the front of your shoulders quite hard, so you're going to feel some tightness there, and that's normal. So lift your chest up and feel how your shoulders are opening up. You're holding onto the back of the chair. Slowly release that. Roll your shoulders back and stand up. Separate your feet and rotate side to side. And then open your chest, inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a great class. I hope you feel a whole lot stronger. Remember, training regularly will challenge your muscles and make you stronger. And that's always the goal. Increasing your muscle mass will make you stronger and keep you young and vibrant. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.